Hi guys, can I ask you this simple question? What is the essence of fixing an invisible zip if the zip will still show at the back of the dress? This zip is called invisible zip because it doesn't have to show after fixing. So if you still find it difficult to fix an invisible zipper, please stick around and let me teach you how to fix this invisible zip even without having the invisible zip presser foot. So if this is something that interests you, get your invisible zip ready and your fabric and let's fix the zip. Welcome guys, so this is my invisible zip and this is the fabric and I'll be fixing it on. So I'll just place the invisible zip like that after measuring my seam allowance for the zipper seam allowance. Then I will start pinning. I'll start pinning in the way that I will open up the teeth of this zip. There's a teeth there, so I'll just open it up like that. I will just open it up like that and I'll start pinning. Make sure you open it up so that the pin can make it open, just like that. You pin. You don't have to pin, like you pin as much as possible you can pin. Just keep pinning. Just keep pinning like that, and as you're pinning, be exposing, like be opening up the teeth of the zip. So you pin as much as possible. You can't overpin it because it's not as if the pin will spoil the fabric or it will damage the fabric. So I'm still adding more pin to the point where it is still closing up, just to expose the teeth of the fabric, to opening up that side, because there's a curvy part there. I don't know if you can see it. There's a curvy part, so it has been exposed up like that. It has been exposed up with the pin. So now I'll take it to my sewing machine and I'll start sewing. Please, you don't have to rush. There's no way you're rushing to. So just take your time, because it is better to take time to sew whatever you want to sew than to rush and sew rubbish and you now lose it again. It's like triple work. So just take your time and sew gently, and you sew very close to that teeth. Please don't sew on the teeth though, because if you sew on the teeth, the zip will not move. So just sew very close to it and you sew gently. You can spend as much time as possible here because this is the cocoa. So just sew gently. Just sew it gently like that. So because of time, I'm just fasting this video to save our time. So you just have to sew it gently like that, like very close. If you know that while sewing your pin will disturb, you can be removing it, but me, I like sewing with the pin still fixed on the zip and the clothes. So some people, their machine cannot stand on the pin, so you have to be removing it while sewing. But me, I don't like removing my pin while sewing. I like sewing it, sewing it, then I will remove the pin after sewing. So now you remove all the pins you've added. Every pin you remove it now. So after removing the pin, now it's time to sew the other parts of the dress. So fix the zip to the other side. So firstly, I have to match this joining I have here. This is very important. You have to match it. Then I'll pin while the zip is still closed together, not open. I'll just pin like that, just like that. Then I will open up my zip. I'll open it up. I'll open everything up. So now, since I've pinned that side, I'll still pin it again, because that's not the way I should pin it. But I can't pin the other way around because the zip will not move. So now I'll start pinning like this. The way I pin the first one, I will open it up also and I'll start pinning. Please be careful while pinning now, because this pin can just enter someone's hand. So you just keep pinning like that, just like the way we pin the first part. Then you pin as much as possible. If you feel the one part is not opened enough, you add more pins to the side. So you just keep pinning just like that. Then when you are done pinning, you also go ahead and sew. So after sewing, this is what I have. Then I'm removing all the pins I've added. removing every pin that I've added. Then I will move my zip, then close it up. Then this is what I have. This is what I have. As you can see, that mid part does not match very well, but it's still very close. But it was not really perfect, but it was still very close. So this is what I have. This is the zip without ironing it. So I'll just try and be moving the zip so that it can move freely. So just keep moving it. So but I have to iron it because the cloth is kind of moving into the mouth of the zip. So I'll just iron it so that it can move more freely than this. So if I iron it, the zip will move more freely than it is moving now. So as you can see, the zip, it is closed. It is closed, except if you widen it up, that's when you see the zip. It is closed. Like, you can't even know I use white zip for this dress. So because it is invisible, it is not showing at all. So I'll just go ahead and iron it out, and you'll see what it looks like after ironing. So after ironing, this is what I have. As you can see, it is moving freely. I hope after this tutorial you'll be able to fix your invisible zipper even without having the invisible zip presser foot, because there's a presser foot for this invisible zip fixing. So without that, I hope you'll be able to fix your invisible zip perfectly and very easily. So thank you so much for watching this video. If you haven't commented, if you haven't liked this video, if you haven't shared, please just do that, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye. And please don't forget to subscribe. Thank you.